What is the good, bad, and ugly about Baguio City? I interviewed individuals about what they consider to be the good, bad, and ugly about the city.
Baguio Session Road is open on Sundays in order to encourage people to walk up and down and look at the products that Baguio has to offer, and also to encourage the local artists to show their artistic abilities.
Yung mga tao dito mababait. Ito na talaga siguro yung pangalawang lugar na bukod sa kung saan ako sinilang, ito yung pangalawang lugar na pinakagusto ko.
Baguio really is different from any other place here in the Philippines, especially with the way the city is structured and the history of the city.
The weather and the unique landscape.
The policemen are not in traffic during school days, especially in the morning when the children have to go to school. They would just watch the children cross the street and no more.
Siguro yung nabalitaan ko tungkol dun sa pagsira ng mga puno, parang hindi magandang balita yun dito sa Baguio. Kasi yun yung ano dito eh. Yun yung isa sa mga attraction dito, yung mga pine tree, kaya hindi dapat sirain.
Even though we have a very deep history and a very amazing culture, most people or most residents here don't really know the history of the place. For example, Session Road, one of the places that most tourists come here to visit. Did you ever know that back when the Philippines was a Commonwealth, the first plenary session ever done here was here in Baguio City, and that's how Session Road got its name. And to this day, there's a rock where Baden Powell Inn now stands that depicts this history. And so I think people are starting to forget how deep and how amazing the history of Baguio City is.
Its city zoning. I think it should be revisited from time to time.
The increase of litter, especially in Melvin Jones Grandstand and also in Malcolm Square.
Kung sa akin lang, mga basura siguro na hindi hindi nakukuha ng maaga.
The ugly side of the city, in my opinion, is how the city has really handled the expanding tourism. It really is the way people come here and oftentimes end up leaving their trash, end up polluting the place, and the city hasn't found a really good way to manage that. And so I think that's something that we could definitely work on.
The perception of getting crowded, with the exception of NCR, this can be seen in its population density.
I gathered from these interviews that the city is good for its community and history. The bad of Baguio stems from systematic problems with the police force, education, and city zoning. Finally, pollution is considered to be the ugliest face of the city. I was born and raised here, and I consider it important to reflect on what makes the city great and how it can be improved for future generations.